Go! Georgia 40! Georgia 40!
Ryan Marsh is one of 2 new faces under center at this year's Manitoba Bisons football training camp. Marsh, along with St. Paul's grad Teo Dizar, will join veterans Cam Clark and Mark Paquette in red quarterback jerseys this season. Head coach Brian Doby says their position will be one of the most contested, and all 4 of them are feeling the pressure.
I'll be straight up. They've all had their struggles. I like to see them just continually move the ball, make all the right decisions, great throws, and we've certainly seen some of that. It needs to become a lot more consistent. We're only, what, 4 days into training camp right now, but the battle continues.
Quarterback coach John Mackey likes what he sees so far. The 2007 Vanier Cup champion quarterback says a lot of the work these quarterbacks do is done after they've finished throwing passes.
After every practice, I tell them to ice their arms because these guys have to do a whole lot of throwing. You know, we got a whole fresh crew of receivers here. So number 1 is take care of your body. Always stay hydrated. We've been fortunate enough with the weather. Hasn't been too hot, but also they always have to be in their playbooks.
That fresh crew of receivers makes for more competition on the field. 7 new recruits are taking reps with 11 returning receivers, and Doby says the competition has increased the level of play.
We've had a war at wideout to start with 2 veterans in Xavier Johnson and Brendan Bowman. Our two twin towers, I think they're about as big as I am, both those guys. They're a little taller, not much.
With only 2 open spots at wideout, Doby and his staff are talking about moving Danny Turek, a recruit from the Okanagan Sun, to the slot back position. That move means more players vying for playing time, and a starting spot might be just out of reach for less experienced players.
Danny is very, very good, and we think he can play either inside or outside. So now the competition inside becomes, if we make that move, Danny Turek, Andrew Smith, who's an All-Canadian out of the Vancouver Island Raiders, Alex Vitt, who's an All-Canadian out of the Winnipeg Rifles, Derek Dean out of the Winnipeg Rifles, along with some of our incumbents like Christian Hansen.
One of those incumbents is tailback Nick Dembski. The talented second-year player will see some time in a 5-receiver formation this season because of his speed and ability to catch. But Doby says the final evaluation comes at the team's first exhibition game.
Hey, we're at a university, so let's go academic here. I would say if your course is worth 100%, training camp is the bulk of the course. Let's say that's worth 65% of your mark, and the final 35% of your grade is the final exam. And that final exam will be Friday night in Regina.
For Shaw TV, I'm Mitchell Clinton.